Hello everybody. Now in this video we are going to learn about letter writing. There are different types of letter writing. So we will be discussing about important part, that is letter writing. Now first of all we have to understand what is letter. What is Now formal letter writing. Formal letter. These letters follow a certain pattern and formality. They are strictly kept professional in nature and directly address the issue concerned. Any type of business letter or letter to the authorities comes in this category. Letter writing. Letter is a written message conveyed from one person to another person, generally via post. We send it through the post office. It is a written communication which we send it to some person. We write down the address on it. A letter is a written message that can be handwritten or printed on paper. It is usually sent to the recipient via mail or post in an envelope. Although this is not a requirement as such nowadays because we are sending emails. We are sending the messages through WhatsApp. We are sending the messages through Telegram, by social networking site like Facebook, Instagram, etc. But still, there is the importance of letter writing, because whenever you are writing a letter, suppose you want a leave, then you have to write an application to the principal, to the class teacher. You can't send it through WhatsApp. It should be written in a formal way. Or if you want to send a message to your grandfather, and he lives in a remote area, what will you do? You can't send it through email, you can't send it through WhatsApp, network is not there. So what will you do? You have to write down a letter, handwritten letter or printed letter, which you will send it through the post. So let's see that there are two types of letter. One is formal, another is informal letter. In formal letter, we will see letters which we write for the business purposes. It is written in a very simple language. When we write an application to the principal, when we are writing a letter to an editor, that will be written in a very simple language. Now, informal letters are generally used for personal communication. If we are writing a letter to our aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandparents, or mummy or papa, or to our friends, that will be called as an informal letter. Informal letter is not having any hard and fast rule, but still there is a format for each and everything. So in this video, we are going to learn about the format of informal letter. But before that, to recapitulate how we write the formal letter, I'll just show you the application for that. Okay, let's see. Now, formal letter writing. Formal letter. These letters follow a certain pattern and formality. They are strictly kept professional in nature and directly address the issue concerned. Any type of business letter or letter to the authorities comes in this category. So this is the example of a formal letter writing. Write an application to the principal of your school asking for 2 days sick leave. This you have already done in your previous classes, but still look at the format here. First of all, we write down the address to whom we are addressing, like this is the address. Then we write the date. Then what is the subject? Request for sick leave. Then we address respected ma'am. This is called the body of the letter or the application. Then thanking you, yours sincerely, class, name and class. These things you write down in a formal letter writing. Now we will discuss about the informal letter writing. So informal letter writing is used for personal purposes. These are personal letters. They need not follow any set pattern or any formalities is used for this. That's why it is called as informal. They contain personal information or are a written conversation. Whatever, like I have taught you how to write a diary entry. Whatever is there in your mind, in your heart, you write down in the diary. Just like that, in a informal letter writing, if we are writing it to our parent or if we are writing it to our friend, we write down in a very informal way. Generally, it is written to friend or relative, etc. So let's see the format of informal letter. Now let's see informal letters. Informal letters जो है हम अपने close relative के को लिखते हैं, family friends को लिखते हैं, दोस्त को लिखते हैं, मम्मी पापा, grandfather, grandmother लिखते हैं. It is written in a very informal way and in a emotional touch also. हमारे दिल की बात हम उनको बताते हैं, उसमें लिखते हैं हम. तो informal letters are mainly used for personal communication. So they do not have to follow any specific pattern, format or convention. But still they do have the pattern because in the exam we have to judge how you are writing. So they can be written as per the writer's wish, but the format is there. Let's see what is the format of the informal letter writing. So this is the format of the informal letter writing. First of all, we will write down the address. The first thing to write is your address, the address of the writer. We usually write the address on the left hand side of the page at the very top. It should be accurate and complete so that if they want to reply the letter, they should know the address of the writer. So after the address, we write down the date. Next, just below the address, we write the date. This allows the reader to have a reference as to when the address was written. कब लिखा गया है चिट्ठी, वो उसको हमको पता होना चाहिए. Now greetings. Greeting means जैसे आप बोलते हो hello dear friend, how are you? Now since you know the person you are writing to, the greeting can be informal as well. If it is a friend of someone close to your age, you can write dear Sonu, yeah, dear Monu. If you are writing to your relative, you can say respected mother, respected father, respected grandmother, respected dadu, respected masi. Like this way, you can write down the letter. And मम्मी को लिख सकते हो तो dear mom, प्यारे हैं, है ना, dear mom, dear father. और ये आप greetings में लिखेंगे. Now introduction paragraph, introductory जो paragraph होगा उसमें आप क्या लिखेंगे. इसमें जैसे आप हिंदी में आप लेटर लिखते हो तो आप बोलते हो कि यहाँ पर सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है, वहां पर भी सब ठीक ठाक होगा, बड़ों को मेरा प्रणाम और छोटों को प्यार. शुरू में भी लिखते हैं, लास्ट में भी लिखते हैं. तो दैट इज द इंट्रोडक्टरी paragraph. So now we begin writing the actual letter. The introductory paragraph sets a tone for the whole letter. You might begin by asking the recipient about their well-being. I hope you all are good there. Or you may say you hope the letter finds them in good health and great spirit. The opening of the informal letter should be casual and comforting. एकदम से आप लिखना नहीं शुरू कर दोगे कि जो भी आपका आइडिया है. डायरेक्टली डोंट राइट. इंट्रोडक्शन शुड बी देयर इन द लेटर. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज द बॉडी ऑफ द लेटर. इन दैट बॉडी ऑफ द लेटर it should be written in a very friendly tone because you are writing informal letter. डायरी एंट्री आपने सीखा है ना, उसी तरीके से अपने मन की बात, दिल की बात, बट टू द पॉइंट आप करेंगे. पूरा इलाबोरेट कर सकते हैं उसको, बट यू हैव टू एडजस्ट द लैंग्वेज and the wordings according to who you are writing to. फ्रेंड के साथ लिख रहे हैं तो आप थोड़ा जॉली नेचर का भी लिख सकते हैं, कोई जोक भी लिख सकते हैं, या कुछ ऐसे जो ऐसे फ्रेंडली वे में आप कन्वर्स कर रहे हैं. एंड देन कंक्लूजन में in the conclusive paragraph sum up the reason for writing the letter. Why have you written the letter? वो एक बार आप जरूर मेंशन करेंगे क्यों लिखा है. तो in the conclusive paragraph sum up the reason for writing the letter, summarize the letter, say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye. यहाँ पर भी आप बड़ों को प्रणाम, हेलो और give my regards to uncle and aunt ऐसा लिख सकते हैं. और उसके बाद सिग्नेचर में there is no one way to sign off informal letter. कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं आप उसमें. Lots of love, best wishes, kind regards. उसमें कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है टू से साइन ऑफ करने का। कुछ कॉमनली फ्रेजेस मैंने आपको बता दें विच यू कैन यूज इट अकॉर्डिंग टू द पर्सन यू आर राइटिंग द लेटर। आई होप ये आपको क्लियरली समझ में आ गया है। लेट्स सी व्हाट इज देयर इन द नेक्स्ट पेज। तो अभी आपको जो भी लेटर मैं आपको अगले पेजेस में दूंगी वो आपको समझना है और उसको अपने नोटबुक में लिखना है। वो एक एग्जाम्पल होगा और फिर फ्यू एग्जाम्पल्स वो सैम्पल होगा और आगे भी मैं आपको एक दो एग्जाम्पल्स दूंगी विच यू विल डू इन योर notebook as a practice. The question is, write a letter to your friend Mona or Monu, inviting him or her to spend the summer vacation at your place in Nainital. You are Sonu and Sona. Do not exceed 120 or 150 words. Now, what does it mean? You have to make an imaginary friend. If you are a boy, be Sonu and write down a letter to Monu. And if you are a girl, be Sona and write down a letter to Mona. ठीक है, अगर आप गर्ल हो, डोंट राइट योर नेम, राइट अ लेटर टू मोना एंड राइट योर नेम सोना एट द एंड ऑफ इट। अगर आप लड़के हो, बॉय हो, तो एड्रेस आप मोनू को करोगे और लास्ट में अपना नाम सोनू लिखोगे। इन योर नोटबुक ऑल्सो यू विल डू लाइक दिस। ओके, सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज रिटन इन द लेटर। So dear children, this is a sample of the letter. Here we have written the name, address of the person who has written the letter, 140 Malital, Nainital, Uttarakhand, and the day. This is today's date and date, January 16, 2022. So the person, suppose I am Sona, I'm writing it to Mona. Dear Mona, it's been a while since I have heard from you. Where have you been? I hope this letter finds you in the best of your health. As summers are approaching, I was thinking if we could spend the summer break together at my place in Nainital. I will introduce you to all my friends and close relatives. I will give you a city tour as well. We will spend some quality time in the class afternoon near the Nainital lake. To add cherry on the cake, we can use these type of phrases while writing the letters and all to make our letter impressive. To add cherry on the cake, the weather here is very pleasant during those days due to lake and mountains. I'm planning to go on trekking also. I am excited even at the thought of you and your family. We will be spending the summer together after so long. I have to tell you a lot of things and expect the same from you. Give my regards to auntie and uncle. ये कंक्लूजन है, यहाँ पर आप देखोगे दिस इज द कंक्लूजन, होप टू सी यू सून, देन सिग्नेचर, यू आर लविंग सोनू एंड मोनू। सो जो मैंने आपको फॉर्मेट बताया था, सबसे पहले मैंने आपको बताया था कि एड्रेस है, फिर डेट है, फिर सैल्यूटेशन है, इंट्रोडक्टरी पैराग्राफ है, देन बॉडी ऑफ द लेटर है, देन कंक्लूजन है, देन सिग्नेचर है। तो ये सब बातें आपको ध्यान में रखनी है बिकॉज इसी में ही आपको मार्क्स मिलेंगे। नाउ आई होप you have understood how to write down the letter, informal letter. We will give you several topics so that you can do the practice and become the perfect in writing the letters. And I know you all will do well because you people know how to write down the diary entry and all. It is quite similar to that. It is informal letter and you can write anything in these, but you have to keep in mind about the format of the letter. Thank you very much. Hope you will do well in letter writing. Thank you. Now, dear children, write down this letter in your notebook. This is your homework. Write a letter to your friend about this year's experiences and what are you planning for next session. So, do well. All the best. Thank you.